great. And we're up first. Bonjour, unboxed. Bonjour, unboxed. Bonjour, unboxed. And we're up first. Yes, ladies. That's dope. Yes, ladies. That's dope. Yes, ladies. That's dope. And we're up first. It's time for the ladies. 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 It's the ladies first Chit-Chat crew. It's time for the ladies. 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 It's the ladies first Chit-Chat crew. One time for the ladies in the house. Two time make the people scream and shout. Lachelle, Chandra, Crystal with Nikki. Unboss, Edmay, and Nikki. L-A-D-E-I-E-S, L-A-D-E-I-E-S, and we're up first.
Yes. Today is one of the days. I'm so glad our intro is long. Y'all should see me. I'm like
trying to put your light on.
Trying to put the light
on them.
Put the light
on.
That's
me. That's me every week. I just made cereal for Callie. I just did. I just got her set up with the iPad. Listen, that's me every week.
I ain't get a chance to,
That's good.
Check in like I usually do. Okay.
There you go.
Welcome to the Ladies First Chit-Chat crew, where we honor the voice of the everyday woman. Hi, everybody. I haven't even had a chance to talk to my girls yet. Hi, y'all.
Hi, beautiful.
Good morning.
Look at us with our pride colors on.
Yes.
Nikki got on red. I got on orange. Chandra got on yellow. Shelly got on green. Chrissy got on blue or violet over in LA.
Yes, right. We miss her.
We miss her. As y'all can see, our Chrissy is not with us. She is in California working, getting ready for the BET Awards. So
yes, in the words of Shelly, yes,
hey y'all. Hold on, let me just come down for a minute. I know y'all like, where Nikki? She in the closet? I am in the kitchen.
Yeah, you look like you're in the workroom.
We are having a celebration today for some close friends and their daughter Tay that just graduated from high school. 18 years ago, I brought Tay home from the hospital.
Oh.
Yes. And she just graduated. So my whole thing was, if I wanted to do the show, if I did the show, it's in Rutherford, New Jersey.
Okay.
So I got here, it would be 2:00, and it's from 11 to 2. So we got in the car, we got here. I'm in the kitchen, in the closet, and the party is about to start. And the owner bought me a stool. So
nice.
Well, we honor the voice of the everyday woman. Hey.
Yes.
Nikki, where are you?
I am in Canada. Yeah, I'm in Surrey.
Surrey.
Near Vancouver.
Tell the people why you in Surrey.
Oh, Jada's playing on a team and they're playing for the Canada Cup.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing. And actually it's been really pretty interesting. Like she played a team from the Philippines, one for Korea, Czech Republic. So this has been really the Netherlands last night. So that was really pretty cool. And to watch everybody's customs before and after they play and even during the game was pretty interesting.
Awesome. Yes. I love the experience she is getting.
Me too.
Ready. Jada's gonna be on this Olympic team.
Yeah, well, USA is here too. And it's funny, we hadn't been thinking about it. But yeah, so they played the USA and beat them. That's the Olympic team for us, and they're playing them again today. So there's 2 USA teams, the team that she's on, and then there's the USA team. And most of the teams here, I guess, are national or, team. So very interesting. I have to be honest, on our way out here, I had no clue. I don't think Jada did either. Like, we saw Canada Cup, but like we really didn't. It was kind of like we didn't put it all together. Right. But this has been a good experience. And even just a good experience of she's playing with all of the girls, and even against like the other USA team, all of the girls that she's familiar with in her conference. Because like we leave here and we go straight to Denver, Colorado, and they're exhibition games. So they're playing against each other. And the girls that were invited and asked to play on these teams are all the girls that fell into like first or second team in the SEC. So that's it. So yeah. So it's really pretty cool.
It's the crop.
Yeah, it's really pretty cool. But really being here was pretty cool. Just like I said, Netherlands, Philippines. I mean, like it's just really Korea. That was really
around the world, all in that one space.
Yeah, it's just really interesting game. And I thought it would be rude, but I wanted to get them like waving their flags during the games. It's really pretty interesting.
I love that.
Wonderful. Yes, I love it. Yay, yay to Jada. We going to Paris.
We Jada on the show.
I know. Shani, we missed you last week. I held up the Juneteenth t-shirt. How you doing?
I know. Thank you kindly. No, it was good. Look, thank you kindly. Well, praise the Lord, everybody. I'm doing.
This hair is laid, honey. Anyway, I just had to say.
Listen, I didn't realize how long my hair was. This that baby.
Honey, that baby gave you extra length and extra
Yes, I went and got some much needed self-care this week, and got my hair done, got my nails done.
It shows, honey. It shows you looking good.
You know, had a moment to myself, and then but this week has been good. I can't complain. It's been a pretty chill week. It's a very busy weekend. I have events today, tomorrow, and going into the next week. I'm doing events, so I'm really just like head down and tunnel vision. But
well, it looks like you're like getting yourself back, like feeling more like yourself. Is that true or no?
A little bit. It is true. It is true. And everybody gonna fuss at me for saying this, but it's my reality. I'm fluffy, and I'm like, how don't Lachelle, don't. But it's I'm not used to being heavy. To carrying this much weight, period. So doing what I normally do, carrying extra weight, is like slowing me down. And I'm like, I'm tired, I'm breathing hard, I gotta go. Shit. But other than that, I'm getting back to myself, and but I didn't, and the other part of that is that I did not near one thing to even start on my way to being back to like my physical appearance that I want. So I was complaining to my wife last night, and she said, as I was eating a donut, and she was like, well, I don't think, she's like, don't like the messenger, but I don't think that donut is helping. And I said,
you like,
it is actually
got to get.
I was like, I'm just so tired. I just feel the thing. It really is. I was trying to find something to wear to the event that I have to do, and nothing was.
Oh God.
Nothing fits. Nothing. Everything is hugging in the wrong places. And I was just like.
And
I don't want to go buy a whole bunch of new stuff because I don't want to be in that long. So I don't know. I had a moment in that. However,
I get it.
Well, you look beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I told you that's why I keep y'all around, yeah. You be like, I be like feeling like I'm carrying bricks and like all down, and then you be like, girl, you look great. I'm like, say it again.
It's a trap because when you're tired from all of that, you don't feel like cooking. And so that's why you grab the donut and the crackers and you know what I'm saying? And it just is like a vicious cycle.
That is what happens.
That's what happens.
I'm 40 pounds. I can say that's true.
That's what happens. I'm exhausted. I'm hungry. I'm gonna just grab what I can. And when we do that, we just add to why we exhausted.
And you feel miserable. Yeah. But you'll be out there in no time with them babies walking if you're not already doing it. I'm sure you just
not yet. I'm giving myself grace, and so I didn't plan on starting any type of like fitness journey until like after July 4th.
Yeah, well, that's right around the corner.
Yeah. But I mean, I had my baby in April, so that gave me a little bit,
that's okay.
A little bit of time. But my family's gonna be here for July 4th, and so I didn't want to, be like, oh, I can't eat that. I'm eating everything that's been cooked.
Amen.
I love that. Giving myself grace, though. I love that. I'm glad you said that because that's going to be a part of what we're going to add into our conversation today. Shelly, you were in New York, girl. Tell the people
why in New York for a hot minute, literally like 24 hours. And they tried to keep me, child, with them canceled flights and rainstorms and delays. They tried to keep me, but I escaped. But I was in New York this week just for a day. I had a great time. I went in actually to train and coach a management team of a nonprofit organization because they have recognized that they are really rebuilding the company and what they do and how they do it because everyone is different post the COVID shutdown. So I help them figure out how they're different and what their current standing is with themselves and what gifts they have to bring to the table and really just set them up so that their planning together for the future of the organization can be really authentic and genuine to the people who are there, trying to make this new plan to serve people. So it was great. I had a great time.
I love it. Yes. Well, did you encourage the ladies to speak what you want? Did you encourage the ladies to go out and do it?
All of it. Do it for sure, which is really, I'm so glad we came up with this topic this week because that was really the theme. Is like, let's stop waiting. Right? Now is the time. Do it and do the things you want because we give ourselves a lot of focus. We allow ourselves to focus on doing and prioritizing things that aren't really for us.
Right.
They're for our business, our kids, our company, our mates, like all of those things we prioritize and we go after them no matter how tired we are or what we have to shift and move to make it happen. But when it comes to us and what we really want, something we want to do, try, experience, we keep pushing it to the side. Maybe next year. Maybe next summer, maybe when I get more money, maybe when I move from this place to the other place.
Yeah.
It's terrible what we do to ourselves.
I know, Shelly, and it's like, you're so right. And I feel like, I know we don't really talk about politics on this show, but what just happened within the last 24 hours and then also what just happened in the last 48 hours, and then everything that's happened on the last 2 years. If this is not prime time for us to really say, let me do what it is I want to do now before somebody comes and says, I can't do this.
That's right.
Or someone says, oh, well, maybe we should do this and it doesn't service me. You know what I'm saying? 100%. And I think this is such a prime time. I've had the opportunity this week to work with seniors from high schools, top seniors, some of the top seniors in musical theater at the Jimmy Awards. I'm doing the fitness activities and I had them say, do it now on the count of 3 today. 1, 2, 3, do it now. 1, 2, 3, speak what you want. 1, 2, 3, I'm so dope. And it's funny, like you said, why do we hold ourselves back on the things that we want to do? I know we've talked about this in our plight during our show, but why are we holding ourselves back? Why are we choosing to do for our mate or our kids or our friends before we do what it is we want to do now? What is that about? I'm saying that to us, the viewers. What is that about?
I'll tell you, the first thing that came to my mind was, I mean, again, I hate to be like focused around weight, but it's funny, like I think sometimes we're worried about things that are just so insignificant, but to us feel so big. And it stops you from just like living your life.
Yeah.
I guess the visual when you were talking, just to put this in perspective, was I had not worn shorts. I think I shared this until last year, since I want to say, graduated from college.
Okay.
And all it took was for one person to say, "Ooh, don't stand like that." Actually, it was my boyfriend, then husband. And at that, I had one dimple, right? Like it was like nothing, But the funny thing is, can you imagine like all these years? And I watch people just, being free and, wearing what they want to wear or doing what they want to do without any conscious thought of how it's going to be received. They're just doing them. It's hot as all crap outside.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm wearing capris, right? That kind of thing. And I know like that's just one view of this, but the focus is, I finally got to the point where it was like, I'm focused on the wrong thing. Right. And here I am, going on 53, mind you. Right. And I'm just now wearing shorts since I was like 20.
Girl.
That's a visual for me, to put any of this in perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we just get focused and on the wrong things.
Yeah. Focused on the wrong things, and Carrie is saying fear is what came to mind. I'm too fat, I'm too old, I'm not ready, I don't want to be more or less of this or that.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens? Right? A year or two is going by, 5 years are going by. Shit, I've been on a diet for years. Right. I finally said to myself the other day, I was like, I think you're supposed to be this weight. So, speaking about doing it now.
What a good point.
I have, I've gone up again because like you just let life happen. Yesterday, I went right downstairs and I was like, well, it is what it is. And I went and exercised. I went and lifted weights. I went and walked. Yeah. And I was like, it is what it is. Like, because I need to do me. It makes me feel good.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
It's funny because what Nikki's talking about is the message we give to ourselves, mostly influenced by, what we're hearing, right?
Mm-hmm.
We put these restrictions on what we can do and when we can do it based on what we're hearing. And so it's crazy because I think if there was no such thing as outside messaging, could you imagine how we'd be living?
That is so true. If there was no such a thing as outside messaging, would you imagine how we would be living?
Oh my gosh,
free.
We would be so free and so excited.
That's crazy you say that because last week at the pop-up, this table that was like a couple tables down from me, she was selling those like I don't know the correct term for them, but like those belly necklaces. Yeah. And she's like this voluptuous, thick Black woman. Like she had on a crop top. She had on like these like leggings, cute leggings or whatever. But she was like serving body, okay? But like to the eyes, she seemed bigger, and I was like, girl, I was like, I'm scared to even put on like shorts and like all that stuff and walk outside. And she was just like, I don't care what people think about me. Yeah. I do this for me. It has nothing to do with anybody else. And I was just like amazed at that. And just what you were talking right now, I'm like, I wasn't even looking at her negatively at all. But I can imagine how many people out there was like, girl, You know what I'm saying? Like just off of societal views of how like women should dress or cover up or not or whatever. And she was like, I don't care what these people say. And she probably sold more stuff than any of us because of that attitude. You know what I'm saying? Like she was just like,
yeah.
I look great in it. You will too, and it will keep you from gaining weight or whatever. You know, whatever. I think Thais went over there about one. She was just like, because the girl was just so like vibrant and just like out there and like didn't care what anybody think. And that was like her first notion was just like, I don't care what anybody thinks, and neither should you.
But you know what that speaks to? That speaks to the power of messaging, because people brought her waist beads because they wanted that energy.
They wanted that energy. Yes.
That energy.
Right.
Because you think, I'm telling you, this happens. You think that those beads are going to give you what she got, because that happens to be what she's selling. She could have been selling lemonade. People would have bought it because they think if I drink her lemonade, I'm going to feel like her. I'm going to have that level of freedom, right? And imagine if our messaging was more like the waist bead woman, right? Like, I don't care what these people think. You look good. I look good. She look good. He look good. If we were sending those signals out, we would be doing everything we want now.
Right. Shelly, Charles, our guest from last week, our hypnotherapist, echoing the same thing. Re-messaging our internal dialogue is a full-time job and is a paramount function. Hey, Charles.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing is we put ourselves last.
Yes. Oh, yes, she was changing the narrative. We do put ourselves last. And let me tell you something. Women put themselves last.
Yeah.
Really. Like, we are...
Get even more specific. Black women.
Even worse, honey.
Put themselves last.
Right? But we have choices. And I think the Ladies First Chit-Chat crew and our first ladies who watch every week, right?
Yes. Well, no. I'm just thinking of something. Go ahead.
Yes. We have been spending the last 2 years plus moving ourselves to the front of the line of priority in our life. Right? Which is why when we were talking Thursday, we'll bring all the first ladies into our Thursday conversation. I was saying we need to think about what we missed out on. And then we need to challenge ourselves and the ladies who tune in and the gentlemen to pick something they're going to do now before summer's over.
Yeah.
Right? Because let me tell y'all something. I love music. Many people do. I worked in the music industry for a decade before I got into the world of, healing and helping and doing all of those things. And I could go see any artist anytime because I worked in the industry. And let me tell y'all, I still can't get over the fact that I never saw Whitney Houston and I never saw Prince. And the last time Prince went on tour, I had 3 opportunities to go and I didn't. I still don't know why I didn't, but it really, really screams at me to do what I want to do now, whether it's something really big, right? Like moving to another country, or starting a business, or something really small, like going to see Prince perform for 2 hours at somebody's arena. And I regret that because I can't go see Prince perform ever again. But I didn't know that. It didn't know then that there was a do it now energy to that experience I wanted to have. And it alerted me to the fact that any experience I want to have is do it now.
But Shelly, my question is, did you not go because you said, oh, he'll be there? Or did you not go because you put something else before what you wanted to do?
I don't really put things before.
I know you did.
It was not that. I really was thinking, because I was looking at dates and I was like, oh, I'm not going to do that date for XYZ. I don't want to go that far, right? And then I was like, I've already been to that arena. Like I was like, I was like batting away all, and then the next thing I knew, there were no tour dates for me to get tickets for. Like it was done. So I was like, all right, I'll just go the next time he goes on tour. But there was no next time.
I mean, that's like happening to me. Like now, it's funny when we talked about this on Thursday. I was like, what is it that I could be doing now that I want to do? Well, the funny thing is, with all this traveling that I've done with Jada over the many, many years, we sacrifice things that were very, important to me when I was growing up, which was every year we went on like a family vacation. Like it wasn't even family. We had family that our families from the Cayman Islands. So we would go every year to the Cayman Islands. And like, she doesn't have that experience, or even just like going on a trip where it's not surrounding, playing some sort of sport, because she played basketball and softball. And recently someone asked us to go to Niagara Falls. And it was funny, like I'm out here for 10 days in Canada, just so I didn't want her to travel by herself, right? Going through customs for the first time. Mind you now, I haven't seen her, so I'm like by myself. I only see her during the games, right? And then from here, we're going to Denver, Colorado. And the first thing I said was, I'm tapped. But that was something that, would be considered fun, see something you didn't see before, visit a place you haven't seen before. And quickly I was, I was deprioritizing it.
Yep.
And finally, there were a couple things sent to me, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go, because that's what I'm missing, like experiences outside of just the things that, whether they are experience that you feel like you have to do, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've said that on here before. Like if I could, I don't regret many things in life at all. But if I had to say that there was something that I regret, is being a young traveler, like through work, and not experiencing the travel. I literally just would go to these places, work, and like go back to my hotel. Like I've been all over the world, and I can't tell you about half of it. Literally all over the world, and I cannot tell you about a majority of the places. Now, once I redefine, like reframe that mindset about it, like everywhere I'm like, I got to at least go step on the soil. At least that. But that is one of my larger regrets in life, is that I didn't experience my experiences.
Right.
I just
and back to not experiencing our experiences. I see Enid, Mama E just said, yeah, Mama E, we did touched on it briefly. We just said, with everything that's going on lately within the last 24 and 48 hours, if this is not an optimal time for us to really get up and do what it is we want to do. But I want us to get to a point like Shelly and do what we want to do, and not wait for the kitchen sink to fall out for us to do what we want to do. Right. Not wait for a crisis to happen, not wait for, because then it turns into, well, now I got to do it instead of what it is I want to do. I can even say for myself, the ladies know I'm in a place right now that I am doing what I want to do. And it's been a minute that I have not done what I wanted to do, because I put everything and everybody else first. And this show has really helped and supported me, and all the first ladies and first men have really helped. The first people, have really helped me just with our conversations and the importance of putting yourself first. And I think when we start to really put ourselves first, that's when we will really say, I can do this right now. And it also comes from, I know last week when we had Charles on, I think sometimes I think someone said it earlier, I think it was Carrie, we don't do stuff now because we stay in a place of lack. I don't have any money. I don't have this. It's time. I want to move into a new apartment. So I did what Lachelle told me to do. I started visualizing what I wanted. if right now are all the funds for this apartment that I want in the bank. Not yet. However, I did what I wanted to do, and I went to go look at that apartment yesterday. I went to go look at that apartment yesterday. My posturing was very much like I'm supposed to be there. I asked all the questions, blah, 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 blah. The lady hit me up this morning and said, what do you want to do? I ain't come back yet. but
you're doing it.
But I'm doing it.
Yes.
I'm doing it. And
you're like, hold on, I'm waiting on God. He's about to do something. Hold on, real quick.
Yes. However, though, coupled with our conversation last week and what we talked about on Thursday, and all the stuff, we've learned from Shelly too, just opening up that path, that passageway, and put that energy out there, that do it now energy. I am expecting, I am manifesting that because I'm doing things now, believing and receiving, it's going to happen.
Yes.
I just got butterflies in
because it is. That's why you feel it, because it's already in your aura, in your energy. It's there. It's there.
And one of the questions we talked about on Thursday, and I want to throw this out to us and throw this out to our viewers. What is it that I haven't put my thing? Did I get cloudy all of a sudden?
Yep, you're better.
Okay, I don't know what happened. What are some of the things? Hold on, let me bring this question up. What are some of the things you wanted to do? What you said that, Shelly? What are some of the things you wanted to do and didn't do? But my question is that we talked about. What are the things we want to do just because, not because,
just because,
and it can be something small. What are some of the things?
Take a vacation day. Do you know? That's another thing I never did. Yeah. I don't take vacation days, and that is like a huge miss. I'm always fearful, and you have sick days too. But like when you work, like,
I love the way you said that like it was news. You're like, and you have sick days.
I mean, it's like crazy. It's like something that just won't let me take a vacation day. Especially when you work remote, you can work wherever you want. You go in for meetings, like you pretty much can kind of own where you do what you do.
Yes.
But there is really something special and unique about taking vacation days. And
let me tell you, Linda. Listen, Linda, I learned that lesson real quick being in the profession that I'm in. Like when I first went into the show, I didn't take a vacation for like the first 4 years that I was there. And I had I think I had 8 to 10 weeks of rolled over vacation time. And that 5th year or whatnot, they were like, we're no longer allowing people to roll over their vacation. If you don't take vacation, you lose it.
You lose it. Mm-hmm.
You lose it, or we'll just pay you out for it, but you can't add it on to your next year. So I ended up starting to take all that vacation time, and I was like, what the heck? How did I miss this? Like I didn't get just because
like not even going anywhere.
just rejuvenating. And then at corporately, you work to basically get one rejuvenating day a month. Like you work 29 days to get that 30th day off is really what it is. And I'm like, oh, I started taking that. I'm like, oh, that's my mental health day.
Yeah, right.
I work for it and I need it.
Yeah. And that's a small thing, right? Just taking a day for yourself just because.
Mm-hmm. I told you that's how, because we're not trained like that at all. We're not wired like that at all. I told you that used to be a fight that Autumn and I would have, because if I incorrectly verbalized to her, how was your day? She took it as I should have been doing something, but I wasn't. If I said, what were you? I was like, what'd you do today? Like really, just like, girl, hey, you had a day off. Like, what'd you do? And her was doing nothing. It was like she felt some type, because that's what we were taught. Like, you can't sit around being idle. That's like the devil's work, honey. Like you can't sit around and do nothing. There's always something for you to do. There's always something for a woman to do. Like, go clean, go do this, go do something. And she used to get really, really like like abrasive when I said something like that. And I was just like, girl, I was just asking how was your day? Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, speaking of that, I finally got to a place, because you rip and run all the time. When somebody asks you that and I did absolutely nothing, like, I'm happy about it. I'm like, I did absolutely nothing. But it took me a long time to get to a place because like you can have a mess in front of you, there's things that have to be done. And I'm like, I did absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I'm getting to a place that what are some of the things you want to do just because Monday is like my admin day.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm starting to get to a place that I wake up early and it's my admin day and I get my admin done. And then by noon, I'm just sitting.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That's what I've been doing just because.
I love that.
Just because. And I'm noticing when I do that, I'm more productive on Tuesday. Whereas I used to think if I did all my admin, I worked to 7 and 8 and sitting on my little chair and just the last couple of weeks. And there was one time I was like, you're gonna be mad on Tuesday because you're gonna have to do this. But for some reason, getting up early in that morning at 5:30 and doing my work for me and then doing what I need to do. And then at noon, no later than 1:00, just sitting. The other day I sat in my house for 3 hours without a TV, nothing on. I was just sitting. I was like, what are you doing? And then finally Nikki Curdy called me. I was like, oh good, so I'm alive. I was like, what are you doing? I didn't know I didn't do anything. But on Tuesday, I still had stuff to do, but I felt rejuvenated. And this is 2 weeks in a row. So I'm telling myself, it's so funny. I know Charles was watching. I just left him a message and said, we can do Monday. Charles, we can't do Monday. I need Monday.
Hey.
I just thought about that. I'm realizing I need Monday for myself just because.
Yeah, I don't work on Fridays. My calendar has meetings and teaching and coaching and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
That's interesting.
I do not work on Fridays, period. If you need to work on a Friday, you got a whole lot of money. But other than that, I don't work on Friday. I don't work on Friday. I don't work on Saturday. I don't work on Sunday. Every now and then we'll do like a Saturday workshop, but I don't work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. At Thursday by like 3 p.m., I'm done. We are finished. And the only thing I do is this, and this is not work.
I know this is not this.
Listen, Shelly, her days is getting shorter and shorter. She about to be like, I don't work on Thursdays. I don't work on Fridays. And I work at 2 o'clock. By 2 o'clock on Wednesday, I'm done. I don't work on Wednesdays. I don't work on Thursdays.
No, but let me say this, just because, right? I was thinking about this when we talked on Thursday. What do we want to do just because? And I think I told y'all this when we were talking on Thursday. I want to fly to London.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to encourage everyone who's listening to think of something they really want to do, right? Because I don't want to work on Fridays and I don't. So I'm not, I'm doing it now, but that's like what I don't want to do. What I want to do is I want to fly to London to see Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock, who are doing a comedy show together, only in London, only for 2 days in the fall. I'm making that happen. That is literally just because, right? To fly across the pond, because you know what is inspiring me to want to do this? I miss Whitney and Prince. And those two people were rock stars of my time, my age, my generation. And so are Dave and Chris. I'm not, and they're together? Ciao. Hello.
So this is the part that needs to be unpacked, because when you said that on Thursday, and even when you just said it right now, I got like this lump in my chest, in my stomach, and I got so nervous for that that notion. But my first thought was like, why do you want to do that? And the answer is just because.
Yes.
Yes,
And
because
that's it, don't miss it.
why do we always have to have a full explanation for why we want to do something that
Shawnee.
brings us joy or that we really want to do? There is no explanation. I don't want to do it because I want to do it. That's it. Period. Period, as the kids say. Period.
Somebody from the Wonder Woman Need Love too. Put your name in so we know who you
I'm
are.
gonna look and see who it is right now.
It's just because I think this goes with too. Also, what we were talking about why we work so hard because we were conditioned as Black people that doing nothing was being
that's
lazy.
Keisha.
Oh, okay. Moved into the mindset of working hard pays off. It is all a complete lie. Taking care of yourself or working on the things that bring you joy is really what we as humans are here to do. Things that bring us joy just because.
Just because.
Wow, we should all have bucket list things for the year that we do just because. I mean, because I'm looking forward to you going to that show because I still regret. Now, I don't regret having my 50th birthday party, but I still regret. I wanted to fly to Paris and see Lizzo.
Yes.
But it was like it was all the same weekend. Yeah, so I didn't, because let me tell you, if it wasn't the same weekend where I would have had to do the party or whatever, I would have went.
Yeah.
So, but to your point, I was mainly doing it because it was a milestone, a celebration. Right. So how do we, create this bucket list every year, like, one or two things that you just do just because.
Yeah.
Because
And
I wasn't even thinking twice about that. I was going to see Lizzo.
You could feel the bucket list, right? Like you saw Lizzo in Paris and you said yes.
That's exactly what happened.
Right. And that's what I want to encourage. That's what the Do It Now is fueled by. Yeah. It's not really sitting and thinking, what are some of the things that I want to experience in life? It's really more like something comes in.
Good point.
Right. You hear something and everything in your body is like, I want to do that. That's where you go and you say, yes, I'm going to do that now.
Like the Niagara Falls. I was like, and I was like, you know what?
Why not?
I'm in there. I spend money on everything else last minute.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like I feel like with me, I have to get out of the habit of scheduling around my family and like if they can or cannot join me on said things. My sister is getting stationed in Dubai, and I was like, as soon as she said that, I was like, I'm coming.
I heard it was awesome there.
And it's crazy because I before marriage and children, my sister was stationed in London, England. Actually, I literally booked a flight and just went. Yes. Like I surprised her. I just booked a flight and went out there. I was like, I hope it works out because I'm coming. Right. And you lose that. I lost that like kind of edge and mentality about just doing things that I want to do, without any hold bar. Obviously, I need to check in with my wife. Obviously, I need to figure out where my children would be and stuff like that. But that still shouldn't stop me from having the initial. I want to do something and doing everything in my power to make that happen, and on my terms, not on someone else's terms. So I'm like, where I want to go? Y'all want to come to Dubai?
I actually do.
My
cousin just went. Unfortunately, she got COVID the minute she got there. But the days that she saw, she was like, I'm going back. She's like, I'm going back. I know. I just like halted you. But she said it was
Johnny that.
I know. I shouldn't have said that. I felt bad for her. It was a long trip, and she was, quarantined.
Okay. What if we went to Dubai? Look.
That's ladies first. And do our show from Dubai.
Yes. I'm like, hold up. I want our viewers to tell us at least one or two things you want to do now. Miss Elizabeth, I know you in here. Mama E, I know you're in here. Miss Pat, Tylana, let's go. Sarah, tell us at least.
Yes.
Carrie's on the other one, and so is Keisha on the.
One or two things you want to do now. I do have to tell you, a new friend of mine we're coming up on a year, I believe.
Like a new friend.
She it's my new full-time employee that's going to be on my team starting in August.
Love it.
And her mother is on the y'all, Mama E is Rebecca's mom, just to give y'all
Oh, wonderful.
Enid is Rebecca's mom. Rebecca inspired me. And I know she was on, but she had to get off because she has somewhere to go. But she inspired me. And Mama E, you have to make sure you tell her I said this. She decided to do what she wanted to do now.
Yes.
And, I'm not going to necessarily say what it is. I'll let her say it. But she inspired to what she wanted to do now around her job. And it really inspired me to say, okay, let me keep doing what I want to do now.
Mm-hmm.
And it also inspired me to make sure I get my ducks in a row. Because she decided to do what it is she wants to do now. So I say that as sisters and brothers and support systems, we have to recognize when we do what we want to do, it's contagious, and our friends and people do
something
it.
about ducks in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody ever seen ducks get in a row? When the mom takes a turn,
they do turn.
All of them ducks follow. And
yeah.
The mom is our desire and what we want. Everything else in your life will line up. It'll line up. It's like, oh, she's going this way. Oh, we better get over here. Oh, she's going that way. Oh, we better get over here. Like, that is literally why they say get your ducks in a row. But it's not. We interpret getting our ducks in a row as us doing all of this work to take care of all the little ducklings so that the big duck can then do what the big duck wants to do. No. Has anybody watched ducks get in a row? The big duck does what it wants to do. And all the
follow.
Line up.
Follow.
Hello.
So we're all big ducks.
We are all big ducks. And all of the components of our life, right? All of the components of your life, your job, your time, your weight, your kids, your car, whatever, all of those are the little ducks. And when you make a move, all of those things line up. And what ducks do not line up fall off, which means you did not need those ducks.
I wish Rebecca was on so I could tell her she a big duck.
You don't know. You can watch this. You can watch this, right? But I'm so glad you said that, because as soon as you said I got to get my ducks in a row, I saw the whole ducks in a row situation in my mind. And I'm like, the ducks get in a row. We don't get them in a row. They get in a row with our choices. We have to choose what we want for ourselves. And we have to choose what we want to do now and do it. Because the beautiful thing is all those little ducks become big ducks, and they will live the way they're supposed to live because we're inspiring them as they are lining up around all of the choices we're making. This is what happened.
It all falls into alignment.
It all falls into alignment.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed lately when things are right.
Mm-hmm.
I think I told you I've been having these butterflies lately.
Yeah.
With different people in my life. And when it's the first time in my life that the butterflies are flying in alignment. Well, what you just said right now, I feel like all the butterflies just went into alignment.
Yes, they lined up.
Yeah.
They lined up.
I mean, it all seems to be the same when they say, focus on what it is you want. It goes back to what you were saying. Focus is what you want to do, what you want to have. And if your focus is there, right, everything else will follow. It will fall in suit. It will fall in suit.
Yeah.
Tylana says she wants to take a trip to Maine.
Okay, Tylana, let's
go.
Let's go. I hope you on your listen.
We invited ourselves.
Right.
They got good food. They got good food in Maine.
They do have good food.
Miss Pat said, I want to go to the beach with a couple of my friends. But Mom, you can do that.
So today.
You can do that today.
Oh, you're
Mom, you gotta be specific. What beach you want to go to?
Which beach you going to, and what friends, and what y'all eating and drinking, and what music are y'all listening to, honey?
And go today.
Yes.
This is important.
Mama E just said, "My heart is bursting with pride." That's right, Mama E.
That's
She's doing what she
beautiful.
want to do now.
Oh, she put the duck too. That's right. That was a big duck. That's right.
I wanna. What is it that you want to do now, Shani? I know you said a couple things.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Going to Dubai. What is it? What else do you want to do now?
What else do I want to do now? Honestly, I want to leave New York.
Yep. Yep.
And so
It's
yeah,
happening.
that's my focus.
Mhm.
Is I'm ready to I'm ready for change in a big way.
Mhm. Mhm.
And it doesn't involve being here right now.
Mhm.
So what do I want to do now? I want to go somewhere and love it like how I felt when I came to New York, and I was just like,
That's awesome.
oh my God, this is so amazing.
This is good.
That's what I want. Besides going to Dubai with my ladies and my sister.
Yes.
What else? I want to go on a date with my wife.
Yes. Hello. Can we do that? Like, let's make that happen.
I know. Why is that the hardest thing in the world? Like, for real. Because I don't trust people. That's why. It's me. It ain't you. It's me. It ain't you.
But you know what? It's so funny. You sound like Keisha. Keisha sent the girls to camp, sleepaway camp, for the first time for 2 weeks. And in that time, right? So that's just the hump you got to get over, because in that time, her and Luther went away for 5 days. 5 days.
Oh, wow.
Had a ball. She sounded like a different human on the phone when she came back.
I bet.
So make it happen, Connie.
I am.
Yeah.
I am for sure.
Yes.
I am for sure. But that's I get, if I had to do like one like immediate thing, it would be that.
Okay.
Spend some time with my wife away from
make that happen.
Somebody that calls me mommy.
Yeah.
This Keisha, I want to see Chris Brown for my birthday in August and move out of this country, girl.
You're listen. Chris, is he performing in August? Because I'll buy those tickets today, birthday sis. Let's go.
Did you see the second one to move out of this country? It was the first time.
Listen,
my mindset.
I already got property.
A friend of mine said that yesterday. He was like, if we all just left, is that possible? If we just all just left?
Yes. Yes.
I'm like, yeah, it is possible, but they might try to pull us back here, but we can all leave.
Shelly, what is it that you want to do right now, in addition to going to London to see Dave Chappelle?
Going to London, what is it I want to do right now? You know how challenging this is for me, because I do so much of what I want to do on a regular basis. I actually, you know what I want to do? I actually want to take a trip somewhere and meet up with like all the women I love that I don't get to see regularly. Like, even if it's like a 3-day weekend or 5 days or 12 or 20 or 30, I'll take it, whatever it is. Shirley's like, what? I want to see all the women that I know and love together, relaxing, face to face. I'm seeing them in little bits, but I really want to pull us together just to chill and laugh and giggle and feel the sun on our skin. That's something I'd like to do right now. I'll see if I throw it out there, see who can, put them ducks in a row.
Put them ducks in a row. Nikki Nick, what is it that you want to do right now?
I mean, for me, it's just really, I want to live a bit carefree in everything I'm doing. So, I mean, like I spoke about the Niagara Falls, I pushed it back and I was like, you know what, I'm going, you know what I mean? I want more of those kind of experiences. I want to do do things with friends, just because. So if it's something I want to do right now, there's no one thing. I think it's all centered around, again, it's experiences. It's doing it now, creating experiences, because things are passing by. And I'm realizing with time, in some cases, it's like, it's not this missed opportunity that you can't go back and do it again, but you were right there, or you had that good opportunity at that time. Even if something was like 2 hours away, why didn't you just go see that person or do whatever? So for me, doing it right now is not putting off tomorrow, making excuses for things that can bring me a different type of joy, different type of happiness, or, give me, a different type of pleasure in just taking it all in.
I love that.
Because I'm constantly running, I'm constantly doing things. So doing it right now is enjoying the here and now for me. It's not any one particular thing.
I love that.
Like, I'm forcing myself here, though I really haven't pulled up much to go see. I even asked people here, like, I've been here all this time, like, is there anything you'd recommend I go see? There's a beach that it's freezing, by the way. It's cold here at night. Most of the day's been cold, but in general, it's been cold. So I'm going to go by a beach. There's a state park, because it's like, I don't want to leave here and not have gone anywhere or seen anything. So but that's out of the ordinary for me, because I'm like Chandra. I mean, I've been a number of different places, and as long as, if it was for work or whatever, I didn't experience it. So that's what I'm doing now.
Good. What about you, Nick? Did you give us something already?
I want to move.
Yes.
What I want to do right now.
Now. Okay, good.
I want to move right now.
Yeah.
And I've been hemming and hawing, and I want to move right now. And I'm taking the steps to do that. And I want my mother to come up and help me put where I'm
together. Good.
Yeah, that's what I want. My girlfriend, my mom. When she like my homie. She all right. I'm gonna keep her.
Can I put out a challenge?
Yes, do it, Shelly. Put it out.
I'm putting out 3 challenges. They're all the same, but they have different time frames. This is for us, and this is for everyone who's watching and anyone who watches this in the replay. First challenge is, do something you want to do for yourself, or that you wanted to experience this weekend. It could be simple and small, but do it this weekend. That's the first challenge. Second challenge is, do something you want to do or experience for yourself now before July 4th. So that could be a little bit bigger than maybe the thing you will do for yourself this weekend. And then pick something that feels big and probably is big to do for yourself now before summer ends. Like, this will get, if we really try to meet those 3 challenges, something this weekend, something before July 4th, and something before the summer ends, it'll start to get our feet wet around doing things now, like Nikki Boss said, because you're here. It's available. The opportunity is right there in front of you. If you say yes, you will go make it happen. Let's do that, because we're talking about it, but we got to give ourselves action. We got to give ourselves action. So the challenge is, and here's the thing, when you do it, take a picture of it, right? I don't care if your weekend thing is going to your favorite ice creamery, which might be an hour from where you live, and getting your favorite ice cream. Take a picture and send it to us, post it, and hashtag Ladies First Chit-Chat Crew. Do it now, right? LFCCC, do it now. So that we can repost it and show ourselves, our community, that we are doing for ourselves now.
I'll tell you how I'm thinking about this, and I'm thinking that you're going to say, yes, that's how we should be thinking about this. To your point earlier, it's not something that's planned.
Nope.
Right. So the challenge here, I think, for all of us is as you're progressing through your day to day, this weekend, the next couple of weeks, something is going to present itself. And the challenge is for you to say,
Yes.
I'm going to do it.
Do it now. Yes, that's exactly
I'm going
right.
to do it now.
That's exactly right. That's the way to approach it. So that is not a task.
Yeah.
And I'll add this to it, because a lot of people get discouraged about doing stuff because of a financial component of it. Y'all, we spend so much money on eating, on going,
On drinking.
on drinking, on just
birthday,
frivolous
shower,
things.
all of these things.
If you want to do it,
Spend it.
It ain't even a sacrifice. I was going to say sacrifice. It's not even a sacrifice. Just do it. Because if you were going to go spend $50 to have a meal with whoever, just spend $50 and go to the spa and get it.
Yeah.
I think and Brittany just put, I know, I was so proud of her. She bought herself a pair of Tamara Mellon heels the other day. Girl, they so sick. Them things so sexy. Them things so sexy. She FaceTimed me. They so sexy. And she's been eyeing them for 5 years. Thanks to a firm, they are now mine. 5 years.
Come on, right? That's so good, Brittany, to share that, because that really like highlights what we the do it now. She knows she did not have to wait 5 years, but she was like all of us. We wait and we wait and we wait for what?
What?
And look at this last thing she was. She is. I do have to brag about my friend. You guys know that Brittany was the director and choreographer for Five Guys Named Mo in Connecticut, which she has been nominated for Best Choreographer, Best Director, and the show has been nominated for Best Show. Yes. So she says, I'm going out of town on Monday. She's going out of town for the awards. Okay. And I used to stay at a basic but nice hotel and rent the basic car. I decided the other day, nope, I'm staying at the nice boutique hotel, and I've been eyeing and then upgrading the rental. Little things that make a big difference.
Yes, Brittany.
Very true.
That is so true. And she is, look at Brittany coming through, just role modeling what we're talking about.
She's a big duck.
She's a big duck, honey. And all of them little ducks is getting in line.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so happy for her.
Oh, this is such a great show. We wanted this show to be light and fun today and talking about doing it now. Remember, Shelly put out, number one, do something you want to do for yourself this weekend. Shawnee, go text Autumn. Say, baby, it's what we do today. Okay.
Let's do it.
Nikki, go find.
I know. I gotta work all weekend, so we're gonna have to work. We're gonna have to do a midweek.
That's okay. Because you got a challenge before the 4th of July.
Yes.
Do something you want to do yourself before July 4th.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I have something in mind that I'm going to tell Nikki Curdy. She probably knows what I'm thinking about for her.
Okay.
Do something that you want to do before the summer ends.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can't wait to find out.
Oh, but you know what? I'll tell. This is an idea that for everybody. When Brittany just said about upgrading her hotel and her car. There's a luxury car service, and the name, oh, mommy brain is real, y'all. The name just escaped me. I'll come back to it. But there's a luxury car rental place, and people think that renting a luxury car is like astronomical, but it really is not at all. Like you can rent a Rolls Royce, a Bentley, all these type of like super high end cars for like regular like $150, or it's really inexpensive. A friend of mine, she wanted to like spoil her husband for his birthday, and so they rented a Rolls Royce, and it came and picked them up from their home, and then they went to like a library, like it's a lounge, but it's called the library, and it has like a library, and like they dressed up all like fancy but it just made her saying that made me think of that car rental place. Like a lot of people want to get the experience of just like having a luxury car, being in a luxury car. You can rent it, honey.
Yes, you can.
Well, I see Brittany's saying she can get a Tesla for 100. Can I just tell y'all, I have to share. I got locked out the car. I mean, first of all, I shouldn't have been. I have a Tesla. I should not have been charging up this damn vehicle at midnight. The Jada's games.
Oh no!
I couldn't figure out how to take the charger out, and the internet connection is horrible. So I'm trying to get on YouTube because I'm looking really silly right now. I finally figure it out. I closed the door because that was part of it. And when I pulled the nozzle out, it locked me out the car at 1 o'clock in the morning. I had no phone, no wallet, no nothing. This just happened 2 nights ago. So enjoy your Tesla, Brittany. The first night when I got here,
I had the same experience with the Tesla. I had the same type of.
I couldn't figure out how to lock it. Like, how do you rent a car?
These smart cars are dumb.
That I can't. Y'all like.
It took me an hour. I had to go upstairs, check into the hotel, come back down because I still hadn't locked the car. I couldn't figure out whether or not it was locked. So enjoy the Tesla though, and just keep these things in mind.
Yes.
At least I'm not alone.
Well, but people had to been laughing at me charging up the car because I couldn't figure out how to take it out.
They were like, "Who that cute lady charging the car?"
And then I take it out, and the car goes chick chick chick, and everything was locked. 1 o'clock in the morning.
This has been a great show. Remember, do something you want to do for yourself this weekend. Do something you want to do for yourself before July 4th. And do something that you want to do before the summer ends. And remember, when you do it, take a picture and post it at the LFCC and hashtag LFCCC. Do it now. All right, y'all. We love y'all. We want you to enjoy your 4th of July next weekend. We're not going to have a show next weekend. No. We will be back. Full squad, full ladies. Lachelle, Chandra, Crystal, and Nikki. So we will be back. Not next weekend. You guys have a good time. We'll be back the following weekend. We love y'all. Again, one more time. Do something you want to do for yourself this weekend. Do something you want to do for yourself before July 4th. And do something that you want to do before the summer ends. And then post it. Hashtag LFCCC. Do it now. We love y'all. Have an amazing, beautiful, beautiful day. It's beautiful here in New York and New Jersey. I know it's beautiful in North Kakalaki.
It is.
It's cold in Canada. Okay. Bye, y'all.
Who's first? Ladies. Who's first? Ladies. Who's first? Ladies. What time is it? It's time for the ladies. It's the Lady First Chit-Chat crew. It's time for the ladies. It's the Lady First Chit-Chat crew. L-A-D-I-S, and we're up first. L-A-D-I-S, L-A-D-I-S, and we're up first. Speak what you want. Be great. Speak what you want. Be great. Speak what you want. Be great. And we're up first. Bonjour, unboxed. Bonjour, unboxed. Bonjour, unboxed. And we're up first. Yes, ladies. That's dope. Yes, ladies. That's dope. Yes, ladies. That's dope. And we're up first. It's time for the ladies. It's the Lady First Chit-Chat crew. It's time for the ladies. It's the Lady First Chit-Chat crew. One time for the ladies in the house. 2 time make the people scream and shout. Lachelle, Chandra, Crystal with Nikki. On Boss and